Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Diamond and I'm going to be doing a sweet peach palette look for you guys. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with my eyebrows. Now I have very thick eyebrows, so I'm just going to take this brush and brush them out. Try and get them in the general shape that I want them, and just make sure that those hairs are tamed because I have very crazy hairs. They spiral and go all over the place. So we're just trying to tame those. And what I'm going to use to fill in my eyebrows is this Wet n Wild dark brown pencil. You can literally get this from anywhere. It's 99 cents and it works amazing. Like, there's no need to spend 20 something dollars or over on an eyebrow filler because you can just use a Wet n Wild eyeliner pencil. It works just as fine and it gives me the exact results that I want. I can go natural or I can go dramatic. Most of the time it's dramatic, of course, but yeah, just like get you one of those and you'll be good to go. Now, while filling in my eyebrows, I do follow the shape of my hairs, and then with the pencil I just go higher with the arch or longer with the tail if I want to, depending on how I'm feeling that day. And today I was going for a little bit dramatic, but in the front, also keeping it still nice and airy. Now going back in with that brush again. Sorry that you guys cannot see me doing this, but I'm just taking that brush and blending the product in with my front hairs so that it can look like a gradient effect, so that it can go from no product looking like to looking like it's really filled in. My hairs are extremely dark. Using my finger just to clean up that arch because I went a little bit too high and I didn't really want to use a definer brush just because my finger can work just as fine. Just making sure you blend, blend, blend. I feel like your eyebrows are just like your eyeshadow. You can never blend too much. Just making sure that your hairs peek through as well as it still looks filled in. And this is what the pencil looks like. Just a Wet n Wild dark brown. Love this stuff. I was super cold that day, but I'm going to take this Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer in 6.0. This is literally the best concealer that I have ever used. It works amazing. It's super thick. Like when I have hairs that are grown on underneath my brow, I just use this concealer if I don't feel like arching them at the time, and it covers it right up. Like, it is amazing. Super thick but super duper creamy, so it's easy to spread. So I'm just using this to carve out that shape that I want on my brow, and I'm also dragging it down onto my lid so that I can use it for my eyeshadow as well. I'm just going to use this as an eyeshadow base also. It works great for both, and I did buy this concealer a while ago and it works so well. It lasts a very, very long time. I've had this ever since last year in 2016 and I still have not hit the bottom of it. Alright, now I'm going back in with that brush one more time, just making sure I spread that product all around, because right there I did accidentally conceal a little bit too much, and that's a great trick. If you conceal too much and you accidentally take off some of the product that you want there, all you gotta do is take that brush and spread some of the product from the surrounding areas and it'll fill it right back in. No need to dip back inside of the pencil, because you can just do that and it'll just get the job done right without going overboard. It literally takes me forever to do my brows. One thing I really have to tell myself while doing them is that my brows are sisters, not twins. They're not gonna look the exact same, but as long as I get them close, I will be fine. But sometimes I'm just a perfectionist when it comes to them. Now I'm taking that Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer and putting them on my lid like how I told you guys earlier. This works as a really, really great base. It really is creamy and it makes your eyeshadow stick like no other. I do not have an eyeshadow primer, so I just use this. It works perfectly fine. I use it for my everyday looks as well, because ever since I've been using it, I've tried to use it, like do eyeshadow without putting concealer on my lid, and it did not come out so good. So I think the concealer, just dragging it down and placing it all over your lid, really, really helps when it comes to color. And now I'm just going to take my finger and blend in that concealer a little bit more, just so that it don't look so chalky and it doesn't look like you put a lot there. So it just helps out with that. So I'm going to go into my Chocolate Bar palette by Too Faced, and I'm going to take the color White Chocolate, and I'm going to place that on my brow bone. I love using this as a brow bone setter. And basically what that is I put that on my brow bone to get it prepared for the highlight that I'm going to put there later on, and it really helps out with when I blend my crease colors as well. Like if my crease color gets into my brow bone, I can just blend it out easily since I put White Chocolate there. Now I'm just wiping off my brush so I can move on to the next color, and the next color I'm going to use is Milk Chocolate from the Too Faced palette, and this is a really good transition color. I try to use this color all the time no matter what eyeshadow look I'm doing, because it is a really nice caramel brown and it just goes really well. It helps blend out your eyeshadows very easily. And the brush that I'm using is a BH Cosmetics blending brush. It is a beginner brush, so it is kind of stiff, but over the years I have learned how to work with it and just help me blend things out way easier. It's not the best brush, but it works pretty well to get the job done. Now I'm going to dip into my Sweet Peach palette. I absolutely love this thing. I just got it and it is so beautiful. It literally smells like peaches. And look at the packaging, you guys. It is absolutely amazing. Oh, smells so good. So I am going to take a blending brush and I'm going to go into Summer Yum. Sorry there, I forgot what I went into. I'm going to go into Summer Yum, and this is literally one of my favorite eyeshadow colors in the palette. It is like a, I want to say it's like a chalk brown, like, you know, it has that red undertone but it's still brown. It's so amazing for the crease color, or you can use it as a transition color as well. And the color that's really similar to this but it's more brown in the palette is the color Pure, but Summer Yum has more of a red undertone, and I'm just one of those girls that really like red undertones. I did not want it to more so blend in with my skin tone, but I wanted it to stand out more, so that's why I went with more of a red tone crease color, because it just works really well. And I'm dragging that crease color all the way into the inner corners just to make sure it gets all over the crease. Alrighty, and now the color that I am going into is Canned Peaches. Now this is a matte peachy pink color, but it has flexes of pink glitter inside of it, which I think is a really nice touch. So it's not just flat and bland and just matte. It has that flex of glitter in it, so therefore you can be popping, if you know what I mean, with that glitter, girl. Yes, you see that glitter, you see that glitter. And what I like to do is start from the end of my eye and just go in with the color, not all the way in because I want to leave a space for my inner highlight. And I put on a bunch of layers just because I loved how the color looked and I was just being obsessed with it, so I did that. Now I'm going back in with that blending brush with Summer Yum on it, and I'm just going to make sure that whatever got into my crease from the lid is blended out so that it does not look like harsh lines. Now I'm going to take a flat eyeshadow brush and I am going to blend the crease color and the eyebrow bone color that I did earlier. This just takes away that line and makes for a flawless finish, and it especially helps when you're putting on an eyebrow highlight. It helps with that so much. I will show you guys later on in the video how great it's going to come out. Now I'm going to go into the color Berlin, and I'm going to take this on a smaller flat eyeshadow brush for my inner corner, and I'm just going to place that there. I really love inner corner highlights. I just think that inner corner highlights bring the whole eyeshadow look together. I really love it, and I think that Berlin went really well with the look. It really brought out more of the peachy side of the look, and it did intensify this redness in Summer Yum as well. Just blowing off the little bit of dust from the other eyeshadows on my palette. And now I'm going to go into another, this is my second favorite eyeshadow color on a bigger eyeshadow flat brush, and it's called Luscious. Now this here, you guys, do you see that? It is so beautiful. Like, it snatches me away. It's so beautiful. It's like putting gold on your eyebrow. Like, I could not. When I discovered this eyeshadow color, I was like, yo, everyone needs to know about this. Like, this is amazing. So I'm just placing this on my brow bone just to give it a very snatched highlight. Like, you need that in your life. Now what I'm gonna do is go in with that same brush that I used to put on my brow bone highlight and blend it out, just like how I did earlier with the brow bone color that was there recently and the crease color. I'm just gonna blend that out, and then I'm gonna go back in again with Luscious, and I'm gonna put some more just in specific spot on my brow, just to make it pop more but still look blended, because you don't want your highlight to be just blab, it's on your face. No, you want it to be nice and blended and flow right along with the other eyeshadow. And since I'm so obsessed with this color, I'm going to take Luscious and put it on top of Berlin in my inner corners. And it literally, it's just so beautiful. It literally makes your eyes pop so much. I'm so obsessed. It's so nice. Now I'm going to go back in, since Luscious did take over a little bit when I did blend it out. It did fall down a little bit. So I'm just going to go back in with that blending brush with Summer Yum on it, and then make Summer Yum pop a little bit more. I don't want it to be overtaken by the shine. Now I'm going to use this mascara. It's by Maybelline. I believe it's the Kaleidoscope mascara. It's so super duper affordable, and this mascara has actually lasted me a long time as well. And I wear mascara a lot because I wear lashes, and I blend my lashes in with my mascara. So I love mascara that lasts a long time. It's super duper black. The wand is so nice, especially for the inner corners. I hate when there's like clumpy wands and I cannot get all the way in there like how I want to, but this one right here, it works perfectly fine. And don't be afraid to get them lashes, girl, because if you accidentally put something on your eyeshadow, these eyeshadows are super duper pigmented, so all you have to do is pack some more eyeshadow on. You'll be fine. I am also taking my finger and just wiping off the corners just to make a nice sharp line. I just feel like that helps so much with the eyeshadow look. These lashes are Vegas Nail lashes. They're in the blue package. I absolutely love these lashes. I live for these lashes. They are so nice. They're super duper dramatic but super duper wispy, so they look kind of natural. For me, I absolutely love wearing dramatic lashes. They are my life. Like, I cannot go without living in a world with dramatic lashes. Like, I need them. They're super duper amazing. So I'm just going to pull them off, and I'm going to measure them to my eye. That is one key thing. You always have to measure your lashes to your eye to make sure that they fit properly, because if they don't, they could really irritate your eye and it'll be really, really bad. So I just snipped off a little piece of it because I have very large eyes. So I just snip off a little piece on the end. Never slip off the inner corners. Always do it on the opposite end. And then, since I know that that's working, I take my Duo Lash Glue in white. I use the white one because it dries clear, because sometimes I do not want to wear eyeliner, so I just make sure I get the one that's white so that it can dry clear. And I put a thin layer of the Duo Lash Glue on my eyelashes, just a thin layer so that they can dry quickly. And you also don't want to put too much, because if you put too much, they could hurt when you try to take them off at night. Now, while I'm waiting for those to dry, I'm going to take the flat eyeshadow brush with Summer Yum on it and just drag that all down my lash line. And no, I did not put a eyeshadow base or primer at the bottom because Summer Yum is very, very pigmented, so it does show up very, very well on my skin tone without a primer or a eyeshadow base. So I'm just dragging that all the way into the inner corner until it meets Luscious that I put on the inner corner as well. Now I'm just wiping off my brush again to use the same one. I'm going to use the same one for my inner corner as well. And you just got to make sure you look to see that everything is the way you want it to be. But of course, I am very, very extra, so I had to go back into that Luscious, girl. That luscious, I'm telling you, you need it. Go get it. This palette is $50. It retails in Ulta, Sephora, all of them good places, but it really is an investment. It is so amazing. It smells great. All of Too Faced palettes smell amazing, and they're literally one of the only companies that I invest in when it comes to expensive palettes, because $50 is pretty freaking expensive, but it's very, very worth it, and it lasts so long, as you guys can see from my chocolate bar palette earlier. Now I'm just going to take the same mascara and I'm going to put that on my bottom lashes just so that they can be a little bit darker, and I don't want my top lashes to overshine them. Like, yes, I want them to, but I also want everyone to know, yes, I have bottom lashes and they're pretty long. All right, now I'm going to really quickly pop on these beautiful lashes, and I do blow them for a couple seconds just to make sure they're as tacky as I want them to be. If you guys want an in-depth video on how I apply my lashes, because right here it looks like I was struggling, then just like and leave a comment down below. But this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.